Hello everyone! Today, I'm going to show you 5 very simple exercises that can help fix almost 95% of the everyday problems you face. These exercises will improve your strength, flexibility, and overall movement so that everyday tasks become easier and less painful. The best part is you don't need a gym or fancy equipment, just a little space and a few basic tools. I've rearranged the exercises into a new order that flows nicely and helps your body work better as a whole. Today, we'll start with a move that opens up your hips and legs, then move to one that builds strength in your arms, shoulders, and core, followed by an exercise that strengthens your backside and supports your lower back, then a stretch that releases tension in your upper body, and finally a gentle twist that keeps your back mobile. The 5 exercises are the resting squat, the farmer's carry, the glute bridge, the dead hang, and thread the needle. Let's begin with the resting squat. This movement is something we all should be able to do naturally, like little kids who can easily squat down to play. Unfortunately, as we grow older and spend more time sitting, our bodies forget how to squat properly. The resting squat helps open up your hips, strengthens your legs, and gets your core working to keep you balanced. It also stretches your ankles, knees, and lower back. To do the resting squat, stand with your feet about shoulder width apart and point your toes slightly outward so that you feel comfortable. Slowly lower your body by bending your knees and pushing your hips back, as if you are about to sit in an invisible chair. Make sure your heels stay on the floor. If they start to lift, it means your ankles are a bit tight. You can even use a small rolled towel under your heels until you gain more flexibility. Lower yourself until your thighs are nearly parallel to the ground or as far as you can go without pain. Keep your chest up and your back straight throughout the movement. In the beginning, try to hold this squat position for about 20 to 30 seconds. As you get better, work your way up to holding it for 1 or even 2 minutes. This simple exercise is very powerful because it teaches your body the natural movement it was built to perform. With regular practice, you will notice that everyday actions like bending down to tie your shoes or picking something up become much easier. After the resting squat, we move on to the farmer's carry. This exercise might look as if you are just walking with some heavy objects, but it does a lot more than that. The farmer's carry builds strength in your arms, shoulders, and core, and it really improves your grip. Imagine carrying heavy grocery bags or a suitcase. It makes those everyday tasks much less tiring. To do the farmer's carry, you will need 2 objects that have some weight. You can use dumbbells, kettlebells, or even 2 heavy water bottles if you don't have any weights at home. Stand up straight, pick up the weights, and let them hang by your sides naturally. Focus on keeping your back straight, your shoulders pulled back, and your core tight, as if someone is gently lifting you from the top of your head. Now, walk slowly and steadily for about 30 to 60 seconds. Keep your steps small and controlled so that you maintain good balance and avoid straining any muscles. If you feel comfortable, try to increase the walking time gradually or use heavier weights. This exercise is not only about building strength, it also teaches you proper posture. When you hold your head up and your shoulders back, you are training your body to stay upright, which is very important for everyday activities. Next, we have the glute bridge. Many of us sit for long periods, and that can cause our glute muscles, the muscles in your backside, to become weak. When your glutes are weak, other muscles, like those in your lower back, have to work harder, and that can lead to pain. The glute bridge is a very simple exercise that strengthens these muscles, helps open up your hips, and gives better support to your lower back. To perform the glute bridge, lie on your back on a mat or any soft surface. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor about hip width apart. Let your arms rest by your sides. Now, push through your heels and lift your hips upward, squeezing your glutes as you rise. At the top, your body should form a straight line from your shoulders down to your knees. Hold that position for about 2 to 3 seconds, then slowly lower your hips back down. Aim to do 10 to 15 repetitions in 1 set and try to complete 2 sets with a little rest in between. If this exercise becomes too easy, you can challenge yourself by lifting 1 leg at a time or placing a light weight on your hips. The glute bridge is especially helpful if you have lower back pain or stiffness from sitting too long. Over time, as your glutes become stronger, you'll notice that you can stand up straighter and move with more ease. Now, let's move on to the dead hang. You might have seen people at the gym simply hanging from a bar with no movement at all, and you might wonder if that does anything. It really does. The dead hang is an excellent exercise for your shoulders, upper back, and grip strength. Many of us spend long hours looking at computers or phones, and this can make our shoulders feel tight and our backs compressed. By hanging from a bar, you allow your spine to stretch out and relieve some of that pressure. To do a dead hang, you need to find a sturdy bar that you can hang from. A pull-up bar in a doorway works well. Stand on a step or a small chair if you need to reach the bar, and then grab it with your hands, keeping them a little wider than shoulder width apart. Let your body hang freely and try to relax your shoulders so they do not tense up. Keep your core lightly engaged to help maintain good posture, but don't try to pull yourself up. Start by hanging for 20 to 30 seconds if you are new to this exercise, and gradually try to increase the time as you get stronger. Even though the dead hang might seem very simple, it can be quite challenging at first. With regular practice, you will notice improvements in your grip and shoulder mobility, and you will feel that refreshing stretch in your back after a long day of sitting. The final exercise in our routine is thread the needle. This move is all about adding a gentle twist to your upper body, a motion that is very important but often neglected. In our daily lives, we do twist and turn without even thinking about it, like when you reach for something behind you or look over your shoulder. However, if you sit in one position for too long or do repetitive tasks, your spine can get stiff and your shoulders can feel tight. Thread the needle helps by gently rotating your upper back and opening up your shoulder blades. To do this exercise, start on all fours on a comfortable surface. Place your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips, keeping your back flat. Now, take one hand and slowly slide it under your body, reaching as far as you can while turning your head and eyes to follow your hand. You should feel a nice stretch in your upper back and between your shoulder blades. Hold that stretch for a moment and then slowly bring your hand back to the starting position. Repeat the movement 10 times on one side and then switch sides and do 10 repetitions on the other side. It's important to move slowly and carefully. There's no need to rush. This exercise may seem small, but it does a great job of keeping your spine flexible and releasing the tension that builds up from long hours of sitting or working at a desk. Now that you know each of these 5 exercises, let me explain how you can put them all together into one simple routine. This routine is designed to take about 20 minutes and can be done 3 times a week. Before you start, take a few minutes to warm up with some light stretching, marching in place, or gentle arm circles. Warming up helps to get your blood flowing and reduces the risk of injury. Once you're warmed up, start with the resting squat. Lower yourself into the squat position and hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds. When you finish, stand up and take a short break before doing another round. Aim for 2 or 3 rounds in total, and as you become more comfortable, try to hold the squat for longer. Next, move on to the farmer's carry. Pick up your 2 weights, stand tall, and walk slowly for 30 to 60 seconds. Keep your shoulders back and your core engaged, and make sure you are walking with small, steady steps. Do this 3 times, resting for a minute or so between each round. After you finish the farmer's carry, lie down on your back and perform the glute bridge. Remember to push through your heels and squeeze your glutes as you lift your hips, forming a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Do 10 to 15 repetitions and try to complete 2 sets with a short rest in between. Then, it's time for the dead hang. Find your pull-up bar, grab it firmly, and let your body hang for 20 to 30 seconds. Do this 3 times, taking a short break between sets. Finally, finish your workout with the thread the needle exercise. Get on your hands and knees and slowly slide one hand under your body, feeling the gentle twist in your upper back. Do 10 repetitions on one side, then switch and do 10 on the other side. Remember to move slowly and breathe deeply as you do each movement. Before you begin this routine, I want to share a little personal story. I used to suffer from back pain and stiffness after long hours at my desk. I tried many different workouts, but nothing seemed to help until I started doing these 5 simple exercises. At first, I wasn't sure if they would work because they looked so easy, but I gave them a try. Within a few weeks, I noticed I could squat down more comfortably. Carrying groceries didn't feel as tiring, and my back pain began to fade. These exercises work because they help your body move in the way it was naturally meant to. The resting squat reconnects you with natural movement. The farmer's carry builds the strength you need for everyday tasks. The glute bridge wakes up muscles that have grown weak from sitting. The dead hang releases tension in your shoulders and back, and thread the needle gives your spine the twist it needs. I believe that everyone, no matter your age or fitness level, can benefit from these exercises. They are easy to learn, fun to do, and very effective. It is important to remember that you should take your time with these exercises. Do not rush through them. Instead, focus on your breathing and on each movement. If any exercise feels too hard, feel free to take a break or adjust the movement to suit your body. The goal here is not to push yourself to the limit, but to gently build strength, flexibility, and mobility over time. With regular practice, you will notice that you can move more freely, that your body feels less stiff, and that everyday activities become much easier. Even if you only have 20 minutes 3 times a week, these exercises can make a big difference in how you feel day after day. In addition to these exercises, it's also a good idea to pay attention to other healthy habits. Make sure you drink plenty of water, eat nutritious foods, and get enough sleep. When you take care of your body in these ways, you support the gains you make from exercising. You will have more energy, feel better overall, and find it easier to stick with your routine. Small, consistent changes in your daily habits can lead to big improvements in your health and well-being. I encourage you to share this routine with your friends or family members who might also benefit from simple exercises that improve everyday movement. Sometimes, working out with someone else can make the experience more enjoyable and keep you both motivated. You might even find that you can encourage one another to try new variations or push a little further as you become stronger and more flexible. Remember, the key to success is consistency and listening to your body. To sum up, the 5 exercises we talked about today, the resting squat, the farmer's carry, the glute bridge, the dead hang, and thread the needle, are powerful yet simple tools that can help fix many of the common problems caused by our modern, often sedentary lifestyles. They are easy to do, require very little equipment, and can be done right in your own home. By making these exercises a regular part of your weekly routine, you can improve your posture, build strength, and increase your flexibility. In time, everyday tasks like bending, carrying, and even sitting will feel much easier and more comfortable. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found the instructions clear and the exercises helpful. Remember, you don't have to be an athlete or a gym expert to take care of your body. Sometimes, the simplest movements can have the biggest impact. So, take these 5 exercises to heart, practice them regularly, and enjoy the changes in your body as it becomes stronger, more flexible, and more resilient. Stay active, keep moving, and most of all, have fun while doing it. Your body is the one you live in every day, and giving it a little extra care now can lead to a much better quality of life later. Enjoy your workout and have a great day.